Jackson Podcast.
What's popping with y'all on this Good Friday, man? It's good. Get money, get to it, shine, have a great day, and just focus on, you know what I'm saying, what you focused on. Here go Complex again. Another one of these lists, man, to get people in an uproar. 50 best LA rappers of all time. I got a lot of respect for Los Angeles, man. That's one of the most influential cities in the culture, in totality, from movies, acting. I remember, I'm an 80s baby, so I was growing up. I became a teen in 93. I was 13 in 1993. I was so used to the South Centrals, the Boys in the Hood, the Menace to Societies. Then the Fridays start coming out. I was listening to, I probably was listening to more West Coast music at that time than I was listening to anything else in the culture. And I'm from Tennessee. It wasn't nothing out. 94 is when I started gravitating to the South and to the East Coast. I really didn't like the East Coast boom bap era. Nas had to come out for me to really gravitate to hearing what New York had to say. 8 Ball, MJG, and Outkast had to come out for me to gravitate to what the South was talking about. But I was listening to them soundtracks, Menace to Society. I was even listening to Bay artists, Too Short, Spice One, Mac Mall, all of those guys. In LA, what was I listening to? NWA, MC Ren, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre. That's what, I'm just being honest. Their impact and their influence is unmatched. We was over here in the South with Chuck Taylors and Cortez Nikes on, with braids in our hair. Jerry curls, They say that Memphis started the Jerry curl, though. But didn't LA popularize it, though? That's just my opinion. So LA do deserve some credit as being... Hold up. I got a question to post for y'all in the comment section. This is an important question. Where does LA rank as top hip hop cities? You got the New York, you got the Atlantas, you got Texas, Houston, Texas, you got Chicago. Where does LA rank? To me, I would say most important cities in hip hop. I would give it number 2. I would give it number 2 right behind New York City. But I know some people be like, Trail, Atlanta done surpassed LA. I don't know. It's just my opinion. I don't know. I give it to LA. I say LA number 2 because their influence and their impact is unmatched. The movies, Ice Cube, what he has contributed to the culture, Snoop Dogg, he's the most popular rapper of all time. It's just, I don't know. They got niggas gang banging in West Virginia, man. That's influential than a motherfucker. Even though I don't participate in gang activities, they done influence niggas in West Virginia. You go to West Virginia, you'll see a Crip or a nigga ain't never even rolled down the street in the 60s or in the Western Ave or none of that. They don't know nothing about none of that. But let's get to this list though, man. I'm going to go through the whole list. I really just want to see the top 5. But before I get into the list though, I want to acknowledge Game, because the Game has something to say instantly about his position. We're going to read his Instagram post. Game said, Game at 11 is nasty work. I'll bust that whole list ass. All the motivation I needed to finish the documentary 3. Y'all got Game fucked up. Game. I'm going to be honest with you. 11 is nasty work. You have put in a lot of work. You held the West Coast up when the West Coast wasn't even relevant in the game. Around the time when Game was running things out there, what was out? Lil Jon and the East Side Boys, Yin Yang Twins, Bone Crusher, and all that. T.I. and them was having they run trap music, and Game was holding down the West. It's crazy to see how he's not appreciated. It must be some things that he's done that a lot of people don't like or like him for. And get back to the music, dog. Make some heat. And I hope people embrace it. and we'll see where you rank then. I know they ain't got Doja Cat on this image. Is Doja Cat a top 50 rapper? This is it's already. So in 1981, the Gigolo Rap, the first West Coast record, was released by rappers Rap Disco Record Company, a small label based in Hollywood, performed by the duo Captain Rap and Disco Daddy. Man, I was one when they came out. Thanks for the history though, but you know, Disco Daddy. The track was a corny knockoff of the Sugar Hill Gang's Rapper's Delight with lyrics like, if you ready to party, ready to go, everybody say gigolo, rapped over Rick James' Super Freak, but it was a start. 2 years later, K-Day AM became the first radio station to play rap music throughout the day, thanks to music director Greg Mack, who brought a young DJ named Dr. Dre into the fold. Damn, Dr. Dre been at it since the first radio station was created in LA. Shit. In the early years, LA-based hip-hop was dominated by P-Funk inspired tracks that blurred the lines between techno and funk. It was vibrant party music made for the dance floors, then dominated by collectives like Uncle Jam's Army. But by the end of the 1980s, the sound began to shift. The Snowfall years, which was the rise of crack, cocaine, and gang violence, took hold of Los Angeles, and rap music was caught in a tug of war between party anthems and songs that detailed life in the streets. LA has one of the most storied legacies in hip hop, much of it rooted in that tension between clubs and raw street narratives. That push and pull would later be captured and elevated by pioneers like Ice-T, he got to be on this list, NWA and Snoop Dogg, laying the blueprint for the sound that still resonates today through Kendrick Lamar, the hottest rapper in the world right now. Is a product of that legacy. His music features traces of all the LA sounds, from gangster rap to G-funk to jazzy underground music of the Project Blowed scene, which is why we figured now is a good time to document the best LA rappers of all time. Putting this list together wasn't easy. LA is a transplant town, a city of dreams which attracts aspiring artists of all kinds. So what qualifies someone as a LA rapper? This is what we need to know, the criteria. It's an artist who creatively came to life in the city and reflects its ethos in their music. And by LA, we mean LA County. That's why some big names didn't make the cut. Tupac might seem like an LA rapper, but he only lived in the city for a couple of months. And although he had some big hits under the Death Row banner, he was a fully formed platinum selling artist by the time California Love came out. The genius DOC was already making music in Dallas as part of the Feli Fresh crew before he came to LA. Meanwhile, rappers like Exhibit, Corrupt, and Lady of Rage all made their names in the LA rap scene, despite the fact that they didn't grow up in the city. So spoiler alert, they're on the list. Okay. Let's get into the principles, the ranking. So these are the principles. Skill as a hip hop artist, strength of catalog, commercial impact and lasting influence. By skill, we mean the entire rap package: delivery, presence, pen game, and overall artistry. Since hip hop is an audio medium and we don't have access to notebooks, we didn't penalize rappers who've used ghostwriters. We're also focusing strictly on rappers. So while artists like Nate Dogg and Ty Dolla $ign are iconic LA artists, they're fundamentally singers, not rappers. With that out the way, here are the best 50 LA rappers of all time. Stop. They starting off with foolishness. Blueface, he got one hit, one song. And so a person with one song is on the list. Stop. '49 Blue. I never heard of him before. One album with Exile appeared on R&B hip hop artists. Dancing in the Rain. See, a very prolific rapper with incredible skill. He also released one of the greatest underground rap albums of all time, Below the Heavens. I gotta check that out because I ain't heard it, man. Okay, so they got some of his albums on here. Mad Lib. Don't be G Perkio. Come on now. Come on now. G Perkio. Tell me something about Perkio, y'all, in the comment section. I ain't too well versed in Perkio. I don't want to talk bad about nobody. But Perkio, I ain't heard of him. Come on now. LA got 50 people I know. Come on. I've been hearing about this guy. Wasn't he just on some record? I think it was with YG. Oh, Jeezy. Yeah, he was on a song with YG as of recently. Shoreline Mafia, yeah. I've been hearing about him, but I ain't really checked him out. Like many rappers on this list, Jeezy's career kicked off with a moral panic. In 2017, during Shoreline Mafia early days, Fox 11 Los Angeles ran a report on codeine used that zeroed in on the group's music videos and Instagram posts. The group sampled the news clip and plastered it all over their debut tape, Shoreline Do That Shit. King Crooked. Now, for the work that he's put in, he shouldn't be nowhere near them other niggas, to be honest with you. I got Crooked in the top 25. Effortlessly. I don't want to see nobody that really can't rap lower than him. Because he can rap. Pound for pound, one of the most gifted, consistent lyricists to come out of LA. Has had 3 albums chart on the Billboard 200, 2 with Slaughterhouse, 1 with Joy Ortiz. Important songs: Crook and Porter, Imagine, Truth for Truth, Part 1. Evidence. Come on now. So, Dilated Peoples, I just knew them as a group. You know, I've heard of Dilated Peoples music, but, you know, I didn't specifically want to learn who was a part of the group. But I'm going to have to check him out, man. Check out some of his records. Evidence. Everlast. Come on, man. They got the front man of House of Pain, the group that made Jump Around one of the most recognizable rap songs of all time. That is true, though. House of Pain is a recognizable group, though. But what did he do outside of that? You know, to be one of the top from LA, you got to be able to, you know. Ab-Soul at 43. Come on now. That's kind of nuts. I don't know, though. You know, he's a hell of a rapper, hell of a lyricist. I just don't know what, you know. I feel like TDE could do more with Ab-Soul. He got 3 albums out. He just now going on tour. We seen him on the Red Bull freestyle with Big Sean and Joey Badass. He just released a song dissing Joey Badass too. I got to check that out. You know, it's just that 43. I feel like he deserved to be a little bit lower than that. 42, will.i.am. Is will.i.am a rapper? He's not a rapper, man. Take him out the genre, man. That's a pop star. Stop. He's a pop artist, man. Damn. Sold more than 12 million albums. Goodness gracious. He done did numbers, though, but that boom, boom, boom. Okay, so let me read some of this, though, because this is important. Don't let Boom Boom Pow get you twisted. will.i.am can spit. The Boyle Heights native came up as a protege of Eazy-E, signing to Ruthless Records as part of the ATBAN clan, a group heavily influenced by the native tongue movement. Damn, he been in the game for a long time. I ain't heard of the native tongues in 2 decades. I still feel like he shouldn't be on the list. His success came out of pop music, man, and group efforts. The Lady of Rage, she a GOAT. Salute the Lady of Rage for making the list. She deserved to be on the list. No matter what number she is, that one record was a smash. You know, Afro Puffs, Puffing with Snoop Dogg. Yeah, she a GOAT, man. She deserved all the And she on Snoop Dogg new album. She deserve all the praise. Real talk though. Lady of Rage, salute, man. Who next? Coolio, salute. That's a GOAT. Where my hand claps at? Rest in peace, big dog. Gangsta's Paradise. 40. Okay, we're gonna speed it up. See, right when I want to speed it up, a nigga come up I don't know. Educate me on Fat Lip. LA. Tap in and educate me on the Far Side. Okay. See, some of these groups I've heard of as a group, but they may have only had one song or two songs on the album that stood out. And when you don't have a whole bunch of songs that I like and a whole bunch of people on it, I listen to the one song and then I just go on. I won't even want to know who the artist is. So sometimes groups that have hits or whatever, the hit be bigger than the individual. Cam. I heard of Cam before. Okay. Effortlessly blended social conscious themes with gangster rap sounds. P-Funk. 92 Watts Gang Truth. I've heard of him before, but I can't remember his music. Mac 10. Yeah. Mac 10 influential. Hell of an artist. West Side Connection, his own solo albums. Inducting Cash Money into the Bloods. He put them niggas down, man, to hold them niggas out. Lil Wayne and Birdman. Mac 10, he did his thing. He deserved his position. Even though he could be lower, 37. With them people I seen above him, he could be lower. 4 Live. Yeah. He hard. Pause. He hard. Yeah, he hard. Tash. 1/3 of the Alcoholics. Now this nigga now, right under Mac 10. Come on now. No, nobody know him. You know, he might have did something in the West Coast. He got a song with Old Dirty Bastard though. That's pivotal or whatever though. But we don't know him everywhere else. To put him above Mac 10 is crazy. I don't know him. Murs hard. Yeah, 35. Yeah, he a legend. Dub C. Dub C, legendary. Nothing else need to be said. Legendary. Ras Kass, okay. Now they getting to it. He can really rap. Ras Kass. I'm trying to get to the top 10, y'all. Ace Long. I never heard of this guy, man. I ain't even gonna cap to you. I ain't never heard of him. Yo-Yo, don't play with my yo-yo. Legendary. 03 Greedo. I've heard more of 03 Greedo talking on YouTube and podcast platforms than I heard of his music. That's all I'm gonna say. I gotta check him out though. J-Rock, hard, hell of an artist. Money Trees, that song he got with Lil Weezy, got a fire album too. Hard, J-Rock, hard, no cap. Roddy Ricch definitely deserved to be on the list. Just a couple of his songs so hard that he deserved to be on the list. 28, most definitely. Daz Dillinger, a legend, legendary. The Dog Pound, shit. 27, it must be some heat about to pop out. 27. Doja Cat, above Daz. You know Doja Cat nice. I ain't even gonna cap. When I first heard her music, I ain't even gonna cap to y'all. It shocked me. But you know, I miss the days in music where we didn't know much about the artist. It wasn't no Instagram. It wasn't people on YouTube all the time showing you their personality in themselves. It's just the music. Now, I think that would do Doja Cat some justice if we didn't see her often. I know everybody in the game want to see people and stuff all the time though, but I think that would be beneficial for her because she makes hell of a good music, but her antics annoys me. You know, it ain't even about me or whatever, but her antics, it's just she does a lot. Tiger, he got his. Even though all them shit sound the same, he got his. Plenty of them too. And he been in the game for 2 decades. Drakeo the Ruler. I heard a lot of good things about him in LA, man. He's above Tiger. He don't got more hits than Tiger. That's cap. He must have been influential out there to the people that's from out there. That's cap that he got more hits than Tiger, or has more of an impact on hip hop than Tiger. Even though this is a LA thing, Drakeo the Ruler, I need to be informed on him, man. I need to learn. I need somebody to tell me what songs I need to go check out from Drakeo the Ruler, because I heard a lot of good stuff about him. Rest in peace. Vince Staples, legendary. Legendary. I rock with Vince Staples heavy. I love his show that came out on Netflix. I love his personality. He's one of those people that benefit. Like what I was saying about Doja Cat and her personality, he's one of them people that benefit from his personality because he's well spoken, and when he speaks, it's interesting. You know, and his music is very creative and interesting also. I really like that brother right there. Salute. And let me see who under him, because I feel like he's up there, man. He's one album away from breaking the top 10. Hell nah. I ain't even gonna say nothing. Earl Sweatshirts. Hell nah. MC Ren, man, GOAT status. Hell of a rapper. That's all I'm gonna say. Trying to get to the top 10. Hell of a rapper, MC Ren. Warren G, hell of an artist. Mega smash hit. Great producer also. G-Funk. This is what I wanted to see. Now we're getting to it. I'm appreciative of this one. You know, if it wasn't for Dom Kennedy, people from LA, I'm just going to tell you, if it wasn't for Dom Kennedy, I wouldn't know who Nipsey Hussle was. And when I heard Nipsey on Dom album, I said, damn, this shit hard. Who is this nigga? And I went and started researching Nip. And I like Dom Kennedy music so much. He is one of the artists that when you listen to, it feels like you in Los Angeles. This nigga sound like the palm trees and the beautiful weather and the weed smoke. He is a pivotal artist to the resurgence of the West Coast. He's just as pivotal as Ty Dolla $ign, Nip, and all of those other artists. He might not have got his just due, and he might not have the hit records or whatever, but salute to Dom Kennedy. Water, sugar, lemon squeeze. Sugar free. Salute to Sugar Free. He dope. I ain't got much to say. He dope though. Schoolboy Q, a hell of an artist also. What's his number? 17. I like Schoolboy Q. Unique individual. He may be a gangster or whatever, but his music comes off as a regular dude, a normal dude. He just be spitting and doing his thing. It's just, you know, I appreciate artists that try to create something that's uniquely them. That's all I'm gonna say about Schoolboy Q. And he got hits though. He got hits too. Wow. Girls every round. Man of the Year, that's a hit. King T. Damn, I gotta be educated on King T. I heard his name before, but I ain't heard his music. You know, the leader of influential Liquid Crew. YG 15. He got a classic album. No cap. Right now his music seem a little stale and seem a little bit, you know, like he needs to do some readjustments and get some versatility on. But he got a classic album. That's all I'm gonna say. A real classic. Legendary classic album. Yeah. My Crazy Life. That's the one. Exhibit. I put YG over Exhibit. I think Pimp My Ride hurt his rap career, man. It could just be me, even though he's been in the game for a long time. He's very versatile, and that's something that I appreciate about artists, though. But I think I don't know. Exhibit, no. Corrupt, definitely one of the best rappers from the West Coast, definitely. Hell of an artist. They got him way lower than Daz, though. And Daz contributed a lot to the culture, too. I think he may have contributed more than Corrupt, but Corrupt is a hell of a rapper. That's all I'm going to say. Damn good. A-Hype. That's my nigga right here, boy. A-Hype ain't nothing but killing you. You know, I whooped A-Hype ass in Madden, man. He flew to the city, flew to the South, and did a song with one of my old homeboys. We ain't cool no more, but he did a song with him, and I kicked it with A-Hype heavy. Had him in the South, showing him that Southern hospitality. A-Hype got a couple of classic albums. Fuck around and be disrespectful that he ain't in the top 10 now. At just a little part, the feature that he did on Kendrick Lamar is legendary. On Kendrick Lamar shit, that's legendary. A-Hype, he top 10, dog. I got to see who this 10 is now. A-Hype 12. The Game. We already talked about The Game and him being upset about being number 11 now. This is getting tricky now. It's getting tricky when it get low because MC8 is a motherfucker. The Game is a motherfucker. Who number 10 now? Nip. You know, I like Nipsey Hussle a lot. He's even behind me on my wall if y'all can see him. His impact. He got a classic album. Does he have more records than Game? I know people feelings involved in all of this or whatever, but we're talking about best rapper. I will put MC8 Corrupt. I will put MC8 Corrupt and Game before Nip. No disrespect to Nip. I love Nip. I love his personality. I love what he stood for. I love what he said in his interviews. He was a positive, uplifting, all of that type shit, though. But if I package up rap careers, does that one album overpower the Game whole career? This is a likability thing of who people like more. It ain't about, you know, we have recency bias when it comes to hip hop, and that shit is sad, to be honest with you. I don't like that, but I love Nip though. Shit, he could have been number 1. I wouldn't have gave it down. Eazy-E, you know, if it weren't for Eazy-E, rapping wise, do not deserve to be number 9. Because based upon their criteria, they done start bullshitting. But impact wise, none of this shit would have existed without Eazy-E. Real talk. Be real. Stop. Ice-T. And they can't rap a Christmas gift, man, no more. But he in his 60s, man. I was too young to really understand his impact. But I remember the colors and all that shit, man, and him on them soundtracks. And he was nice. But 7, come on, man. This is making me mad now. Why was MC8 now? 12? Quick 6? You know, I favored MC8 in that beef. Even though Quick won the beef, I favored MC8 because I like MC8 music better. Quick got a classic album. Quick is influential. I was listening to Quick before I was listening to down south and East Coast rappers too. Quick produced on Hove shit. Yeah, Quick top 10. See, they bullshitting now. I fuck with this nigga, but they bullshitting. Tyler, the Creator, is not number 5. Complex, y'all bullshitting. See why the game mad. Rapper, Dr. Dre. I knew they was gonna do this. Dre can't rap, man. His impact is undeniable, but he can't rap, man. Real talk, we ain't listening. Cube 3, Snoop 2, Kendrick 1. That's my guess. I ain't even seen this. I'm just doing this and reacting to it in real time. Cube deserved to be up there. Cube impacted after he left NWA and he came to the East Coast and got some of them whack ass beats. He was killing that shit, man. Real talk. Yeah, Cube's impact and his rap ability, and he's still dropping albums to this day. Cube, he one of the GOATs, man. You gotta appreciate people's whole catalog from start to finish. And if he's rusty, he's still, you know what I'm saying, in his bag, and he's still like relevant to this day. I'll feature Cube on a record, man. Cube nice. Snoop Dogg number 2. It's controversial too though, because Snoop Dogg could be number 1. It's Long Beach, LA County. Also, the most famous rapper of all time and one of hip-hop's true blockbuster superstars. Over 14 million album equivalent units sold in the United States. Held the record for the biggest first week sales for a debut artist for nearly a decade. 45 songs charted on the Billboard Hot 100, with 3 reaching number 1. 30 albums charted on the Billboard. 30 albums charted. Whew. Snoop Dogg, man, when I think about the West Coast and when I think about Los Angeles, I think about Snoop Dogg first. He is the biggest artist to ever exist on the West Coast. I can't see him not being number 1. I think that, I know it's Kendrick, but I think that that's recency bias that is making Kendrick Lamar number 1. It's recency bias, but I don't know what should I expect it? You know, he performed at the Super Bowl. He annihilated Drake. He got 3 classic albums. Fire. Complex always trying to start some arguments and create something that's going to get people flustered and arguing. But I think this is an interesting conversation and an interesting topic. And I had to come on the channel and discuss it today. Salute to LA, man. One of the most influential cities of all time in the culture. Appreciate y'all for tuning in to my show. Peace, love, plenty of abundance. Make sure you go get you some money and I'm gone. Chill.
The Trailer Jackson Podcast.